woman had our back. She always put us on the map. She nurtured us from a babe. So first teacher, look at that. I gotta sip some cranberry juice for this one. Woo. What's good, black people? First and foremost, if you're a first time viewer of my content of this video, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Feeling great, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm feeling good.
Go and get your bread up while you feeling down. Go ahead and put your head up while you fed up, while you stressed out. Yeah, I know you really messed up, but go and look around while you pressed up. Know you blessed up. Go ahead and fill your cup up with some lemonade. Cause when life gives you lemon, you block it like Russell Simmons. And just know that your life made with a clear shade. Cause I'm
feeling good, feeling good, good. I'm feeling good, feeling good, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, feeling good. I'm feeling good, feeling good, feeling good, feeling good, feeling good.
I'm getting tired of these people. But today, in terms of Rome's Critical Review, this is episode 2, and we are going to be talking about the alphabet people. But in this case, we are going to be talking about our lovely and beautiful black women. And first and foremost, I have to make a disclaimer. As you saw in the beginning of this video, you saw the disclaimer. But if you went through the disclaimer, I'll give you the disclaimer right now. Everything in terms of the critical reviews that I give is not to attack anybody, it's not to spread any form of hatred, it's to give you a critical and logical and reasonable outlook on particular situations that I go through, alright? And if you don't like my critical reviews, you don't have to watch this video. But anyways, so as you have been seeing, if you haven't been seeing, I'll put you up to date. So the trans community, the cross-dressing community, are having some, I don't know, they have an issue with Black Girl Magic, the movement, excluding trans women and queer women. They are excluding men who want to be women. Just being real with you. Because when we're looking at the term trans women, you're not a woman. You're a man that wants to identify as a woman, right? Let's just be reasonable here. Now, I know some people are going to label me as a transphobic, homophobic, bigot, misogynistic, sexist, and all this, that, and the third. Hear me out. Because for one, I'm about the black family. I'm about the empowerment of our people, my people. I'm about the empowerment of black people, black man, black woman, and black child. I am repping Garvey today, so you're going to get this work. When it concerns the black man and the black woman and the black child, I am for everything that advances and benefits the black family household. And there are 2 relationships, as far as we know of, that does not benefit the black family household. And that is interracial dating, and that is homosexuality. Because both of those things come from Europeans. Let's get that straight. So when we concern ourselves with LGBT, we already know that if you haven't seen the video, I will put the video in the description box below. But I've already went over who created LGBT and who created the whole gay liberation movement. And I've already went over that the LGBT community, excuse me, the whole movement in itself was created by white pedophiles. Do I have to take my word for it? Research Alfred Kinsey, research Harry Hay, so on and so forth. I made a whole video about it. If you care enough to get the information, it will be in the description box below. I'm not going to deal with it in this video. But concerning this very information at hand, I'm not going to read to you the tweets because they're just very irrelevant, very ignorant, in my personal opinion. But you see that these particular quote-unquote trans, and this was all came about because of this trans woman named Angelica Ross, if I'm not mistaken. And this particular person had a particular issue with Black Girl Magic. Something happened with B.E.T. and this particular person had a real bad issue, had a real issue, had a bone to pick with B.E.T. and people who subscribe to Black Girls Magic, the hashtag itself, concerning excluding trans women, right? So, this was going back and forth on Twitter. I'm not a Twitter person, so I don't have Twitter, but this was going back and forth on Twitter. I've seen it on Instagram, and it seems that the creator of the Black Girl Magic hashtag, came out and said that my hashtag that I created also includes trans black women. So, for me, I don't represent, I don't applaud, I don't give props to Black Girl Magic. Reason being is because of the person who created it, and also reason being for what it stands for, right? Because they'll have black women in this quote-unquote Black Girl Magic movement, and they're with white men, or they're promoting agendas, and they're promoting lifestyles that do not advance us as a people, so on and so forth, sexual deviancy, so on and so forth. I'm not going to deal with that in this video as well. Made videos on that as well. But when it concerns Black Girl Magic and this whole movement, these trans people and the LGBT itself, if you've been keeping up with what they've been doing for the past couple of years, they're getting out of control. They're getting out of control. Matter of fact, they've been getting more recognition and more praise than black people concerning getting quote-unquote reparations, concerning rebuilding and reconstructing our communities, and concerning black men actually being men. Because here's the thing, because you'll have certain black females, in particular black feminists, who will point the finger at the black man and say, you're not being man enough, you're not being a father, you're not being a protector. But then when a man stands up, when a man who has his who has his back straightened up, and he doesn't wear no fingernail polish, he doesn't wear no makeup, he ain't wearing earrings in his ears, he's not wearing nose rings, and when he is unapologetically masculine, he's unapologetically a black man in America, you want to say he's fragile in his masculinity. When he says that he doesn't support LGBT, he doesn't support men in dresses, you want to point the finger at him. Why is that? Why is it that these particular black females, these particular black feminists point the finger at a black man for being a man? They critique a black man who is an actual man, then complain about why they can't find a good man, and then give praise to men who aren't even men. Does that make sense to you? Because that doesn't make sense to me. But getting back to the actual issue at hand, when it concerns this Black Girl Magic movement, black women, I will highly advise you to please exclude yourself from this particular movement, because just because you're a black woman doesn't mean that you have to advocate everything that concerns black people. Just saying. So when it concerns this hashtag, because the creator is saying that trans women are women as well, that would be a good, I would highly advise you to hop off the boat. Alright, just hop off the boat. Alright, because as you can tell, it does not advance us as a people, and it doesn't advance you as a black woman, right? Not to mention that B.E.T. that is owned by white people are promoting Black Girl Magic. That's a little suspect when you think. It's kind of like NAACP. NAACP was created by white Jews. You know what I'm saying? So we'll leave it at that. But in conclusion, I didn't want to make this very long. Just wanted to give you some insight on this particular issue, because for one, we have to realize what they are doing in the society, and you have to also be aware, why is America so hyped about LGBT? Why are the same people who are oppressing you, the same people who would, consider you to be a black extremist, for saying that you love your people and you only want to do stuff for your people. They'll critique you and they'll say, oh, you're racist and you're bashing people. But for a man to come out and want to be a woman, you know, he gets an award. You know, he's trending on Twitter and Instagram. You know, he's getting all these type of opportunities and interviews, this, that, and the third. How did you do it? And what was going through your mind? And what was the struggle like? And you know what I'm saying? So it's ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous that you have these men who want to be women, and now they're saying that they're being excluded from a particular movement that's for actual women. You know, to the point where you will have people who will try to argue with you that a trans woman is an actual woman. No, that's not how biology works. You was born a man, so your hormones are XY. That's not going to change. That's not going to change. So you have what is called gender dysphoria, where you think and you feel that you're something that you're not, right? That's a disorder. That's a mental disorder. The same thing with people who you know, they hear voices in their head, so they get sent to an asylum. You have walking people. You have people out here who are walking mentally ill, thinking that they're something that they're not. How me as a man, I'm all of a sudden gonna come out and be like, oh, I'm a woman. But you ain't no woman. I am a woman. I'm a woman because I say I'm a woman. And if you disagree with that, you're transphobic. You're hateful. You know what I'm saying? So if you could change genders now, can people change races now? You know, can I feel like I've been white all my life? And you know, this LGBT thing didn't skyrocket unless white people were affiliated in this. Unless white people were the people who created this. Because people have to understand, for one, that LGBT was created by white people, for white people, first and foremost. And then, starting in the 1970s, they began to include other races of people for their benefits. The same thing what happened in NAACP. Included black people within their movement for their benefit. So, don't want to make this any more long than I've already had. Just wanted to give you some critical insight concerning the particular movement that's been going on concerning black girl magic and all this stuff that's going on concerning trans people and all this stuff going on with LGBT and how they're emasculating black men, and they're trying to say that trans women, even what you saw with Malik Yoba, you know, they're trying to say that trans women are women, which is not true at all. And I'll be damned if anybody tries to look me in my face and tell me that, you know, a trans woman is a woman. A man who cut off his dick and got stuff done with his vocals and, you know, mutilated himself and, you know, got the hormones all fucked up. And listen, in conclusion, what's going on with LGBT is being pushed by our oppressors to deceive us, to manipulate us, to lead us astray, right? So us as black people, we have to be about upbuilding the black family. And we have to understand that LGBT is not for procreation at all. At all. We have to be about procreation. We have to be about the black family. We have to be about black manhood and black womanhood. And I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way at all. Because I feel like this is a very critical way to look at life and to look at our predicament as black people. We have to understand that we are being under attack psychologically. And these particular things that trend and that go out and about, these are the things that psychologically mess with us. So, in conclusion, I'm Tyrone. Thank you for listening to my episode 2. If you haven't seen my first episode, just go on my page and you'll see the first episode. Comment below about how you felt about what I said. If you like what I said, if you didn't like what I said, let me know in the comment section below. Check out my business and check out my website. That in the description box below. Until next time, I'm Tyrone. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this video with other people. Turn on your notifications when you subscribe to me. Until next time, I'm out.